Ta-da! The dreaded Fender Eliminator kit. I guess step one is, I hope you guys can see because the sun's shining, is I'm just going to pull the license plate off. That should be quite simple. And of course it's not, because I put those super nuts on there so it wouldn't loosen and come off. But there we go, pair of pliers. Rip it right off. No biggie. I put on some really good nuts and bolts because my license plate kept getting loose. I live way out in the middle of nowhere, dirt road. A lot of rattling and vibrating. That's one nut, ha ha ha. Crank off the second one. Oh, I think it's going to be really cool when it's done. I don't really like how big this fender is, how it hangs way down. So I'm really hoping that I like the way this looks when it's all done. I know I will, because I've seen them on other ones on YouTube and stuff. Cool. Come on, baby. There it is. All right. So next I'm going to pull, it looks like there's some nuts under here. It's hard to see, but there's one here and another one over here. I'm going to pull those. I can't really film that, but I hope you saw them. And I'm going to pull those, and that drops this lower unit here. All this will come down, and then I pull this top one off. I can show you that. So let me get this lower piece off. All right, so we're still taking off this top plate, I do believe it's called. And it's supposed to be 4 nuts underneath here. Of course, mine only had 2, which is fine. Less work for me. Let me see if I can get this right so you guys can see a little bit of what's going on. I was messing it up a little bit. So that's, this plate just came off. And that's really simple. That was really nice and easy. So no complaints now. Let me see there. All right, there's a nut here, and one here, and those just came right out here, boom. And then I'm going to pull this one, and this whole lower unit, this lower plate, same thing. There's a couple nuts here, and a couple nuts here, and this whole bottom piece will drop right out. All right, so I hope you're getting this. Kind of hard to film it and do it, but we'll check it out. So I already took out 2, 1, 2, and now I just have this one here and this one here, and I'm just using my handy dandy Allen wrench, hex key, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And that should be one. All the way out almost. Whoop. Oh, it's an absolutely gorgeous day today. Bright, beautiful sun. Okay, so look, that's one. Okay, that's out anyway. And then this is the other one. Here. All right, hopefully you can see what's going on here. Now I just got one more. And that's going to drop this whole lower fender off. Oh, turned the wrong way. And then it's just removing these light bulbs, the turn signals, and then removing the brake light. And then comes the interesting part. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. Supposedly I got to cut this subframe here. We're going to see how it looks. Exciting. All right, so there's one. That's pretty awesome. There it is. There's the lighting for my turn signals, which is should be pretty easy. It's just the clips right here. I'll unclip those and get back to you. So this was really quite simple. These were all just plugs, and I put a little piece of tape so I know that gray goes to gray, and that's left. Sorry, gray goes to gray, and that's left. And then the white tape goes to the white tape, and that's right. And then this is the brake light. And I know the blue one goes to the black plug here. And the yellow one simply goes to the yellow wire, which you can see if I pull that back. All right, so that's really simple. So this is off. I just have to unscrew that nut, and that will pull one turn signal off. And that nut will pull the other turn signal off. And then the brake light, you can see, is this nut here and this nut here. This brake light assembly will come right off, so I'm going to do that next. And I'll show that to you also. All right, well, I did this one. Now I'm doing this one, really simple. Whoa, don't drop it. And out it comes. And then there's just these clips here. And it looks like that one's in pretty rough. There's these clips on the back that come off, and it looks like one's in pretty rough shape. So I'll fix that. It's not a big deal. As you can see, I've taken off the whole cover and removed the turn signals. Here's the brake light. And now the most intimidating part about this is you have to cut off 6.5 inches from the rear, which I've measured and marked with a Sharpie. So you're actually taking this off and it's gone, and when it's gone, it's gone. But it can be reversed if you know someone with a welder. Hold on to this. They can tack that back on pretty easily. It's not a major job. It says use a hacksaw. I have a Sawzall with a metal bit, and I'm gonna get started. So hold on to your hats and let's hope this all goes good. Oh, all right, that's it. It is off, and I pray that we're not looking for a welder. So we'll gonna start with the plate install. That plate's up underneath here, and we'll be back from there. Okay, so this is the cut. I mean, that's pretty jagged. I'll hit that with my sanding wheel. Maybe paint that, and they have rubber stoppers I'm gonna get. I don't have them. Plug in the back here and I'll stop water from getting in there. Okay, next there's two little nuts down here. Boom, boom. Those come out. Okay, let's see. And then the plate jams right up in there. And then I'm gonna put the brake light on, the license plate light, and the plate, and then that's it. So we'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to pull these, as you can see, They just crank right out. They're not too tight. It's hard to film and do it at the same time, especially when you can't see. So I'll be back. Okay, so all I've done since I saw you last was I placed this up on there, under there, and I just slid the brake light back on. All right, so and just put those 2 bolts in, and so I just needed 2 hands to do that. It was really simple. These bolts are just hand tight right now. I got to crank them down. Okay, and next comes the turn signals. So I'll be right back. All right, so there's the brake, and there's the plate. And the only thing I did different was I put in the plate and light. And that was really, really easy, guys. That was just 2 nuts and a bolt here. I still have to tighten this one. See if you can see that. It's kind of hard to see. And then they pulled a quick one on me. This bracket was supposed to come all assembled, and they didn't quite do that. But so I'm going to put the turn signal brackets on, and I think they're supposed to mount up here, but I didn't really like them up in here, so I'm going to mount them down here to the license plate light. So I just got some wiring to do, and I'm just wiring the right turn signal. Ta-da! Here it is. And that's actually going to look really neat down here. That's going to look something like that. But actually it's going to be on this one. Oops. So I'll show you that in a minute. All right, so what I'm doing is I had to mount these brackets, the mounting brackets, down here on my lower plate, and I'm gonna give you guys a little summary of it. So what that means is, you see, I came through, and then I took the old turn signals, and then I mount them up in here. Sorry. Like so, and then bolt them on from the back, and then that ends up looking like that, which I think looks really good. There's the license plate light, brake light, and then all the wiring I tuck up under here, and I'll show that to you also. So I'm almost done. Tried to turn some wrenches for you, but we'll get into it again in a minute. Okay, so these are on. I mounted these brackets here to the license plate. Like I said, they were supposed to go up in here, but there was just no way that we're going to fit. So I like them down here. I think it looks really sweet. I like them down there by the plate instead of tucked up in here. And it all really worked out. They kind of, well, that bracket was supposed to come assembled, but whatever, I put it together and I switched it up. So how I like it. Okay, I'm gonna just finish up, tighten up a couple more bolts, and then we'll take a final look at it. All right, so I'm pretty much done. It was a lot of fun. It took a little bit more time than I thought. There's always little unforeseen problems, and we can go over those in a little bit. I'm gonna show it to you right now so you can see how it looks. Boom! Just here. Outrageous, right? Look at that. So clean. I got nervous and wasn't sure when I chopped that off. But man, I really like it. me and these turn signal brackets got into it, but I finally decided that I'm just going to put them on down here, and I think it really looks good. She's coming together. Really coming together. It was a lot of fun. It took me quite a while, but I hope you guys like it. And next is the K&N air filter and the rear seat cover. So thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you guys soon.